Hi, I'm Jenny Robertson, founder of the On Purpose Woman Global Community and founder and publisher of On Purpose Woman magazine. Welcome to Connections on Purpose. Whether you're here with us live on Zoom, joining us on Facebook, or watching later on YouTube, I'm glad you're here. This is your time to slow down, fill up, and connect with other heart-centered women who are making a difference in the world. And I'm blessed to have one of those women with me today. Emily Shull will be speaking on Stop Bringing Your Best Self, the hidden power of your unwelcome parts. Emily is a holistic money coach and founder of Me, Myself, and Money. She helps you to understand and heal your relationship with money so you can attract, keep, and enjoy money without the anxiety or overwhelm. Emily does this by guiding you to the emotional root of your unease with money. She is known for her calm voice, non-judgmental manner, and ability to help you realize a more peaceful relationship with money and with yourself. You can find out more about Emily and her work at memyselfandmoney.com, and that link is also in the text of this video. Thank you for being with us, Emily. You are on.
Thank you so much, Ginny. I am going to do something a little bit different today. I normally love to create presentations and slides, and some people comment, they enjoy my slides. But as I was doing this presentation, it occurred to me that I really wanted to give you an experience rather than just talk about something. And so I love this topic of bringing in our unwelcomed parts because there are so many instances of parts of us that for very good reason, we're always pushing aside. We always just want to push them down. They disrupt. These are the parts of us that keep us from reaching our goals, the parts of us that want to take a nap instead of working on our business marketing, or that make us overeat or drink too much, or yell at our family and push us away from close relationships. So they can be very problematic in our lives. Yet, ironically, the only way to really get them to soften and to change the habits is to give them space to be seen, to be heard. It just needs to happen in a very specific way. And so today I'm really excited to give you the possibility of having this experience with one of your unwanted parts, something that maybe you've never experienced this connection with it before. To give you just a tiny bit of background, this is based on IFS, which is a type of parts work. And I've been studying this for the past year and a half and have been integrating it both into my holistic money coaching practice and also personally. And it's been incredibly helpful. Um, I think that's about all I need to mention before we start the meditation. Only that if there's someone watching on the live stream or watching the recording, previously I asked the group to think about a trait that they have, a quality or a habit that they'd like to change or soften. And so this is what we're going to be focused on during the meditation, getting to know this part of us that's bringing this unwanted habit into our lives. So I invite all of us to get comfortable. I love to see your faces, but if you feel more comfortable, more relaxed with the camera turned off, please feel free to do that. You can close your eyes if you'd like to, and just start with a few breaths, feeling that air as it goes through your nose, down the windpipe, really filling up the lungs. Noticing where you feel the breath at each stage. Noticing your ribs expanding and contracting. And then beginning with the head, just noticing different parts of your body, feeling the air on your face, feeling the bottom of your skull where the neck comes in, attaching to your shoulders, You may be feeling some sort of tension in your body somewhere. Just notice as you track your sensations. You may feel the heaviness of your arms, your hands as they rest in your lap. Feel the back of your chair as the back of your legs rest against and are supported by your chair. And your legs going down to your feet and feeling the soles of your feet resting, grounded. And as you take a few more relaxing breaths, I invite you to call to mind that part, that quality that often brings you hardship and maybe even sometimes pain. You might recall a recent instance when this part came up and was very active. And I invite you to notice, how does this part make itself known to you right now? It might appear in a bodily sensation, maybe a tightening in your chest or throat, maybe a clenching of the fists. It might be present in words in your head as thoughts. It might make itself known as in an image, maybe a hulking figure or a large wave about to crash down. Or you might have some vague sense, maybe a sense of a presence behind your shoulder, for example. Whatever it is, just hone in on how you're experiencing this part right now. And as you do that, ask yourself, in this very moment, how am I feeling toward this part? If you're feeling neutral, maybe a bit curious about it, wanting to know more, maybe even a little warm toward it, then go ahead and send those feelings toward the part and just be with it for a few moments. And if you're feeling something more negative toward the part, if you're angry, if you'd rather it not be here, if you're feeling hopeless, then just identify what it is you're feeling. And just note that this is another part that just came up, a part that came up in response to the unwanted part. And so just ask yourself, does it make sense that this part showed up right now, feeling this way toward the unwanted one? And if that makes sense to you, that you would feel angry or whatever you feel in this moment, let that part know. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense that you would come up right now. Ask this part if it has any concerns about you connecting with the unwanted part. It might be afraid that it's going to take up too much room. It might think this part doesn't deserve any attention because it causes too much chaos and disruption. Just be with these concerns, and as it makes sense to you, reassure this part that although the unwanted part does cause problems, we're just trying to connect with it for the next 10 minutes or so. Ask this part if it's willing to step back so that you can connect with the unwanted part. If it's not willing to step back, then this is going to be your focus part. Whatever you're feeling right now, that's the part you're going to focus on. And if it is willing for you to connect with the unwanted part, then you're going to focus on that right now. So again, feeling in and around your body, noticing how you connect with this part. Gently ask this unwanted part or your part of focus, what are your hopes for me? Let it know that you're curious to learn what it's trying to protect you from. You might notice the part responding to you. You might notice it ignoring you or even turning away from you. These are all fine responses. Just notice what's happening. We can't push the part to give us a connection or to give us any information that it's not ready to give us in the moment. How are you feeling toward the part right now? If you're feeling any warmth or curiosity toward it, just send that over to it and see if it's able to accept it. Let it know that although you might not have ever been in communication with it in quite this way, you really do want to get to know it. You want to understand it better. You may want to ask the part, how long has it been doing the job that it does for you? It protects you in some way. When was the first time it started? When did it appear in your life? You can ask it, does it like its job? You may find that it's very tired and very overworked. It might share with you what it would prefer to do instead. Again, just notice the quality of the connection that you have with it in this moment. Can you feel its presence with you? And if not, that's just something else to notice. It may need more time. If the part is present, you can ask it, how old do you think I am? Often these parts come when we're very young, and they're very surprised to see that you're now a grown up. So if it's surprised to see you, you can invite it to turn to you to take a look. You might show it snippets of your life so it knows that you're an adult with resources and skills and strengths and experiences. Notice how it responds to this. Again, notice your own reaction to the part. how you're feeling toward it. And if there's anything soft or warm to offer this part, go ahead and send that and see what happens. And in these last few moments, you might want to ask the part, what does it need from you? If it feels right to do so, you can let the part know that you'll be back later to spend more time with it. And before we close, for now, take a moment to thank all the parts that showed up today. And when you're ready, you can slowly return to the room. And as you're slowly getting back to the room, taking a few deep breaths, welcome back. I'll just share a few things. I'm eager to hear how that was. So if anybody would like to share, you can write something in the chat. And I won't share your name unless you write that. That's okay. But in the meantime, yeah, there are quite a few of us in the room, and we probably had a variety of experiences. So I just want to normalize a few things. If you weren't able to connect with any part, that is really normal and very common. And that's actually a really wise thing. It means that your system knows this was not the right time and place for you to do that, that maybe you needed to be by yourself, or maybe you needed more help with someone, but that this just wasn't the right time and place for that. And that's something really nice to know, that your system knows so well what is safe for you and what is not, and that is working to protect you. You might have had more one part come up. It might have been confusing with a lot of different voices there. Um, and that's also really normal. Sometimes you might have been so embodied in that energy that it was hard to get some space between you and the part to kind of observe it. And that's known as blending. And that's also really common. That just means, you need more experience with this, and then perhaps some help with some techniques to help you unblend so that you're able to see the part as a little bit more distance so that you're able to have that connection with it. Yeah, so I see in the chat that, yep, some people found it powerful and an eye-opening experience. Another person said that shame came up first, then anxiety as the protector, and that they needed to honor, yeah, to honor your sensitivity in daily tasks in life. Yeah, that's really great information. Another person said, I felt comforted and reassured, or that that's what my part needed. Yeah, that the part needed to be comforted and reassured. Yeah. And another person, I found it awakening. Mm. Yeah, I find that, yeah, no matter what exactly happens during these sessions, there's always something that we gain from it, some piece of information about ourselves that we get more clarity about. Sometimes it's very surprising, and sometimes it's just a little bit more, oh, I didn't quite realize that. All right. Thank you for sharing. I think it's really helpful in these situations to hear what other people experience too. I always find that very helpful. All right. Before I forget, so IFS, so I'm a holistic money coach and I incorporate IFS into my coaching. I also do sessions with IFS alone. It doesn't need to be specifically money related. And so, as a thank you to those of you who are in attendance today or who are seeing this video, for the rest of the month, I'd like to offer you $50 off if you'd like to have a 1 hour IFS session with me. So I don't have any a particular link for that. So if you are interested in that, just send me an email and I'll put that in the chat. Emily at me, myself, and money.com. So it's $150 an hour. So with this offer, it would be $100 if you book this month. Thank you so much for your time and attention. And I hope this was helpful for you.
Thank you, Emily. Typically after a speaker, I ask the women in Zoom to unmute and clap and thank you, but I'm feeling the need to just kind of stay in this sort of quieter space. But when we go back to our Zoom gathering after I close down the Facebook Live, we can all do this for you. Okay. Well, some of you can see some of them now. So let's give Emily
Yes.
a lot of fingers up
Thank
there. Yeah, a
you.
lot of nice fingers. Oh, wow. That was really powerful. Thank you so much. A lot to actually ponder after I get
Yes,
off this.
it was such a short session.
Yeah.
I apologize
Yeah.
for the briefness of it, but I'm glad it sounded like people were able to have some connections, which is
I
the
think you did an
point.
excellent job with the time that you did have. So thank you so much. And thank you to anyone who's joining us live or catching the replay. Thank you for being part of this amazing community. If you'd like to get more involved, join us for future connections gatherings or on Zoom or in person, or explore On Purpose One magazine. Go to my website, which is opwgc.com. That is also in the text of this video. Until you show up here again, I want you to stay inspired, stay connected, and stay grounded in your purpose. Thanks again. I'm having my mouse is taking taking off a mind of its own right now. Let's see.